Hey, what is going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku back with another video. And yes, I am back. But anywho, so yeah, guys, so the breaking news that came out yesterday about the Avatar Last Airbender live action adaptation television series for Netflix has just hit a huge bumpy road. So we're going to talk about this. So we have been really covering this for a while with some of the videos we've been talking about and how this is going to be handled, but it seems like it has taken a detour in terms of who will be handling it. So Mike and Brian, the original creators of the cartoon animated anime series of Avatar: The Last Airbender, will not be participating in the live action series with Netflix like they originally were going to be. This is a huge blow. Airbender, because this is a huge blow because, you know, Mike and Brian are the creators. So they know more about the series than anyone else. And Netflix, I guess, rubbed them the wrong way about things that they wanted to do. There's a lot of rumors surfacing on what was the reason. A lot of people are just pissed off at Netflix, rightfully so for this. This was a stupid move by Netflix. Avatar: The Last Airbender, the cartoon anime series, is the number one watch show on their series for several weeks. I don't know if it's currently anymore, but it was for a while there. Their top show, and one of their top shows of all time being viewed, breaking those type of records. You'd think they would have more appreciation for Mike and Brian's work, but apparently they want to do their own thing. Now, there are a couple theories. Now, I know Netflix has been very up in arms with polls. Some people are like, well, they want to change some of the stuff from the actual series. Me and Richard Korkinobi made a video talking about different things that Netflix are going to have to do because it's an hour runtime, not a half-hour runtime for one episode for 12 episodes per season. So they have to split up season 1 and season 2. But they have to do it in an hour, so that means they're going to have to put more things into one episode. So episode 1 and episode 2, for example, which was a total of a half hour per episode, is going to have to be extended. So that 30-minute episode is going to be longer than what the animated series did, for that first episode. So they're going to have to stretch it out and adds new stuff that you wouldn't have seen in the cartoon series. So that could be good or bad, depending on how Netflix would have figured that out. But the thing is, here with the series, is that we already got a live action movie that sucked balls, with a bunch of whitewashing actors, terrible script, and some people are saying, well, this must be the reason. It must be a casting issue because Mike and Brian were firm that they were not going to whitewash the cast anymore. I don't know if this was the reason, because I don't like to think Netflix is this stupid, because Netflix actually do regular live action television series regularly. So I don't think and maybe in 6 months or a year from now when they announce the cast, maybe you guys can go back to the video and say how I gave them way too much credit when the casting comes out that way. But if I'm wrong, I'll admit it, but I don't think this is the reason. Because like I said, I like to hope that Netflix isn't that stupid that they would like cast Water Tribe members as white actors when they clearly aren't. You could probably get away with maybe Aang that way, but still, it wouldn't be a very good idea. And also, not to mention, the only people in Avatar: The Last Airbender, okay, the only people in Avatar: The Last Airbender that should be white are possible Earthbenders, because Earthbenders are the diverse nation. There are multiple different cultures in that nation. You know what I mean? So that's the only way I could see it. Because they have the based off of Chinese and Great Britain culture with the kingdoms and monarchs. That is a diverse nation because they had all different cities with kingdoms in it. So that's the only place where you could probably have white actors in there, and I still wouldn't even have that many, to be honest with you. But everywhere, every other nation in Avatar, the characters should not be white. The Water Tribe members should not be white. Fire Nation should not be white. Fire Nation, I think, is Japanese. Or maybe no, actually no, it might be Chinese because they have the dragons and stuff. So, but yeah, my point being is, that's where you go with that, okay? But I don't think that is the issue here because Cowboy Bebop, they're casting it very, very diverse, more accurate to the what they would look like in Japanese. So I'm not thinking that's the reason. Another thing that people have brought up to why Mike and Brian left was because they wanted to change the ship in the storyline, which I already made a video about about why Aang and Katara are better than Zuko and Katara, which you guys can go check that video out if you haven't seen it yet. It's canon anyways. So I doubt very highly they're changed. People have cited the fact that Netflix did a poll, which Aang and Katara still won that poll, by the way. But people are citing to the fact that is the reason, and I'm almost certain that that's not what this is. They're not going to change a canonized ship in the series, especially if this is a remake to the original, or a remake in live action of the original series. They're not going to change the canonized ship. Okay, so yeah, that's not happening, guys. What I think this comes down to, and I'm going to also read the full article of what Mike and Brian said. For anybody who wants to see what Mike had said, go check out his Instagram post. That's where he posted the entire thing of why he's not going to be a part of this project anymore. I will also have the link in the description, as well as the article that's talking about this. About the news and stuff like that. But he has the full thing up there, of why he's leading. It's creative differences. And that could be a lot of different things of creative differences, but it all comes down to, and this is what I think, and this is what I think is happening, is that what I think is happening here is it is simply the fact that they want something different in this series. They want something else to happen in this series. And basically, what's the word I'm looking for? They want it to be something different. Like, they want to do some different things in the series, in the lead up to the endings of, Last Airbender. And I think that's where Mike and Brian draw the line. Because I don't think Mike and Brian were like, no, we're not doing this. This is what we want to do. This right here. Casting-wise, again, if it's true that they were like, we don't want this person to be the actor, then they're stupid. Everyone doesn't want Ong, and I don't think they'd be that stupid to call Aang Ong. My whole thoughts, again, this is really stupid by Netflix, and Netflix really should be ashamed of themselves for wanting to do this project and then, like, say, yeah, well, we want to put this stuff in there, and Mike and Brian are like, yeah, no, we don't want this in here. So now, could this live action thing work? Yeah, absolutely, it could work. We could sit back, and even Mike and Brian pointed it out, we could be sitting back and saying, this was great. This is a great adaptation. We could be sitting back and saying that. But the thing is the odds are not really good. The odds are not really good. We just recently got a Pokemon movie that did okay. I don't think the storyline was that good, but the CGI was pretty good. And then, of course, the recent Sonic movie did good, and the original creator wasn't involved in it. So, I mean, Hollywood, I guess, is somewhat learning. But are they really learning? Or are they just listening? Is the biggest question. So, in closing, my take, dumb. Hopefully this adaptation ends up still being good. Hopefully they stick to the source material in some capacity, but I have my doubts based on past history. Hopefully they do not whitewash the characters again. You know me, and you guys should know me by now. I'm against washing characters in general. It doesn't matter what it is. The character's supposed to be black. The character should be black. The character's white. The character should be white. Period. End of story. I look at this shit and say, are they gonna really whitewash these characters again? I don't know. But the way I look at it is, from the last movie, it's, I don't know. I look at this and I'm like, why are you guys doing this shit? You know what I mean? Why are you guys doing this shit? Okay? Why are you kicking him out? Why are you kicking Mike and Brian out, who know what they're doing? They know what they're doing. You know what I mean? They know what they're doing. They know the show more than any of us do. Okay? This is their series. And what BGX Rebirth said about the series should be based on the comic books. Yes, absolutely should be based on the comic books. It's insane. And that's another thing too, is they could adapt the comic book series too. I would love to see that actually be adapted as an anime for a continuation of Avatar: The Last Airbender. I would love for them to adapt that. There's a lot of stuff you can adapt to the cartoon anime series. There's a lot of good things you can do. In closing, I'm not sure. I'm pissed that Mike and Brian are not involved. Will the characters be casted correctly? I don't know. I'm not sure. Hopefully they are. Hopefully they do a diverse cast. Netflix seems to have a lot of diverse live action shows, so I would assume that they would cast the characters correctly based on the way they were source materialed in the cartoon anime series, which again, most of those characters weren't white, so those characters should not be white. Like I said, the only characters that should probably be white in Last Airbender would be possibly some of the Earthbenders, but even then, I would keep that at a minimum, because again, the Earth Kingdom is more of a diverse land. Like, they have all different ethnicities there because they're a monarch. They're a monarch kingdom. So I would kind of keep the Earth Kingdom kind of more of a diverse one where you have different ethnicities there. But all the other nations, especially the Water Tribe, because that was the biggest issue in the last Airbender movie, was make sure they're casted correctly. Water Tribe people are Native Americans or Asian, because they got a mixture of that. You know what I'm saying? They got the yin yang thing going on there, and then they also got the the wolves, hunting and all that stuff. Which that's Native American type stuff. So you kind of got to cast them as those type of backgrounds. But yeah, I would like to know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think. Comment, rate. If you like this video or my reviews, please subscribe. Again, I'll put the links down in the description for you guys to check out all this stuff. The Mike and Brian article, on Instagram, the website, all that good stuff will be up there. I do have my Patreon opened up. If you want to donate $1 for your name to be on the username at the end of the video, as well, I have my Discord link in the description if you guys want to discuss stuff. That is about it, guys. I'm out of here. I'm the SS Ultimate Goku. I'm out of here. Comment, rate, do all that good stuff. Out. Peace.